The California Gold Rush and the Chinese by Josie. The gold rush was a short amount of time when people flooded into California to search for gold. It started in 1848 when John Sutter, a Swiss immigrant, was granted 50,000 acres of land. Sutter sent James Marshall, a carpenter, to build a sawmill on the nearby American River. In the river, Marshall saw a glimpse of gold. Word spread quickly about what Marshall had found. The following year, in 1849, settlers came from all across the globe to seek out their fortunes. They were called 49ers. Many of the miners were young men. Lusina Wilson said that within 6 months of living there, she had only seen 2 other women. The miners were very rugged and lived off the land. Exhaustion, poor food, and disease all hurt the miners. Cam Gossip told of miners who found large nuggets of gold and became rich very quickly. However, that kind of thing didn't happen often. Miners spent their days knee-deep in icy streams, sifting through mud, rocks, and sand. Most only found a few flakes of gold. Not only was finding the gold hard, but living in California was pricey. Miners paid over-the-top prices for food. Gamblers and con artists swindled miners out of the money they earned. As you can see, miners often didn't make all that much. Rows of canvas tents were put up all over the place in the mining camps as a starting point. Then saloons, gambling tables, and shops were added too. There weren't any police, so there were a lot of fights, murders, and duels. There was soon a good mix of people living in California, coming from places such as Mexico, Europe, South America, and Australia. There were free blacks and enslaved Africans who came too. But one of the most remembered groups was the Chinese. They came from their country because of crop failures. Through steady, hard work, the Chinese made money off of played-out sites. Because of their prosperity, they were harassed by American miners. The Chinese soon moved to the city or to the countryside, ultimately creating places such as Chinatown and San Francisco. 49ers brought with them a different legacy. California's population rose dramatically by 1852, which is when the gold rush ended. California had enough people to become the first western state in 1850. But not every legacy was a good one. For Indians in California, war and disease killed many of them, leaving only about 20%. Many Californios lost their land as well. Many Americans saw California as part of their manifest destiny. John O'Sullivan, a New York newspaper editor, said that it was the United States' manifest destiny to overspread and to possess the whole of the continent. By conquering California and adding it to our country, we stretched all the way from the Atlantic to the Pacific, having control over a large portion of North America. The end.